Well, can Milton Hershey make it back-to-back, or does Palmyra lay in their first conference W? Opening drive for the Spartans. Keegan Kleinfelter reads the Spartans pass like a book. He makes contact to break up the play. Milton Hershey has to punt it away. The Cougars on their first drive. Trouble on the handoff for the Cougars. Michael Bodai is there to pounce on it, and the Spartans going back to work. Pass interference call on fourth down helps Milton Hershey reach the red zone. A play later, Jason Burney connects with Angel Roberts, who toe taps at the pylon. He's in for the first score. The Spartans up 7-0. Spartan cheerleaders helping to tackle breast cancer this October. On the ensuing kick, Palmyra's Nathan Eisenhut's going to find some space and will get a nice return, taking it all the way to the 17-yard line. But Milton Hershey's defense would not break in this one on their way to a 41-6 victory. Welcome to week 9 of the high school football frenzy. I'm Alex Colley, and for the next half hour, we're going to be checking in with Ryan E., Lindsey Barnett, Evan Brooks, and we've got a long-distance relationship this week as Todd Sadowski and Andrew Callista are in Ohio for a game tomorrow afternoon, but we'll have more on that in just a little bit. Our game of the week takes us back out to Hershey as Lindsey Barnett catches a pair of teams tied up in the Mid-Penn Keystone standings.
I'm not sure if it's real or the fog machines from Hershey Park. Hershey leads Lower Dauphin 7-0 to start the second half. The Falcons march down the field. Quarterback Carter Burton hands off to Dakota Seri. He's brought down a yard short of the goal line. Burton gets a running start and plows into the end zone to tie the game at 7. The Trojans can't do much on their first possession of the second half. Lower Dauphin uses the momentum. Burton is hard to take down and loses the football for a split second, but the Falcons keep possession. On a 4th and 1, Burton is met by a strong line of Trojans. Hershey goes 3 and out and gives the Falcons great field position with a fumbled snap. 2 plays later, Burton is a playmaker. He goes down the sideline for a 44-yard touchdown. Lower Dauphin has their first lead of the game, 14-7. Put them up, it's the fourth quarter. Hershey has to settle for another punt. On a 3rd and long, the Falcons hope to catch the Trojans looking. Not this time. Isaiah Danner picks up on the reverse for a big loss. LD gets a huge interception deep in Trojan territory. They go for a field goal, but it's no good. Hershey trying to make something happen. Finally, Anthony Vasquez finds a hole and is in for a 30-yard touchdown run. LD couldn't make anything happen in the last 2 minutes and 32 seconds. Hershey wins the second coin toss and elects to start on defense. Burton does a shovel pass to Seri. He dives over the pylon and he's in. Student section loves to see it. On a 4th and 1, Lower Dauphin stops their rival to win 21-14 in overtime.
I mean, we've been a better second half team all year, and we kind of just talked about we've been in this exact situation before at Cedar Crest, down 7-0 at half, and we came storming back, but we still made too many mistakes. So we just said we'll play our game and let them make the mistakes, just keep our mistakes to a minimum, and it panned out well. So.
I mean, this is what we play for. This is what every single rep in the offseason is for. And every single time, waking up early, practicing, doing stuff on your own, this is what we play for, and I'm just glad to come out on the winning side of this one.
The playoff picture just got a little brighter for LD. It helps them hold the 3rd spot in the Mid-Penn Keystone Division. For the Frenzy, Lindsey Barnett, Fox 43.
Thank you, Lindsey. When you're looking at teams jockeying for the postseason, Eastern New York sits in 8th out of 10 spots. Now, this team, even talking about the playoffs, is a huge improvement over a season ago where they won just 2 games. Now, Eastern is looking for win number 7 on the season. They host York Suburban, and Suburban dropping back in the first. Eastern New York's Nisai Valenti is there to make sure that they're just dropped as they collect the sack. Coach Kyle wants to see more. York Suburban starting to move the ball. 4th and 1. Eastern York's defense coming up with the stuff, and it's Golden Knights ball. Eastern York offense now going to work. Quinn Bramble, we know he can sling it. Check out breaking the tackle here, swoops around, and then breaks it a little bit further downfield for the first down as Mother Nature starts to roll into the area. Under a minute until the half. Valenti is going to hit the hole and then bounces it out to the left. He's going to find some more green, and then eventually will move the chains before being pushed out. One final play before the break. The throw will go towards the end zone, but CJ Rissmiller is going to come up with the timely INT for the Trojans. No score through 3 quarters. Eastern's offense gets going late for the 21-0 win. Well, Cedar Crest sits in 3rd in the Lang Club Section 3 as they travel to Hempfield. Falcons looking over the middle. Aiden Schomp, the senior, has some wheels. Look for his size, too. Look out, ref. He takes it into Black Knights territory. Same drive. Fernando Marquez makes sure that Cedar Crest cashes in for the touchdown. Hempfield cheerleaders and their parents hoping for something to cheer for here. Cedar Crest defense, though, does not care about that. The pressure gets to Hempfield. Falcons are there for the sack. The Falcons are bringing plenty of firepower in this one. They go on the road and win it 49-28. Since their Week 3 loss to Cocalico, Manheim Central has taken no prisoners. They have outscored their opponents 236-34 tonight. Barron's facing Governor Mifflin. First play from the line of scrimmage. Zach Hahn escapes the pocket, which is dangerous. He's just as accurate on the move. His favorite target, Aaron Enterline, is good at catching well pretty much all the time. Huge touchdown strike there to get the party starting. And they were right back in it, showing no trouble here. Michael Torres, the third, makes short work at the goal line. He punches his way in, finishing the night with over 270 yards rushing. 14-0 Barron's early. Mother Nature did catch up to a lot of teams tonight. Slippery ball finds its way to Governor Mifflin, but, well, that's the only thing that went their way. All Barons in this one, and I mean all Barons. Manheim Central cruises 42-0. All right, we're going to take our first time out, but when we return, Fox 43's Ryan Yee will be calling the plays with stops around the York Adams, while Evan Brooks checks in from the mid-pen. Don't go anywhere. The high school football frenzy is just getting started.